Hello, my name is Melissa Yeager, and I am here to present to you about Drop Everything and Read, or DEAR. This was implemented at Varina High School in September of 2014. After a very long hiatus, they had done it on and off for a few years before. It ended in March 2020 when COVID happened, and we have not resumed it since. It went through many trial and errors. Many things had to be adjusted, many things were changed, and we'll get into all of those. Drop Everything and Read is a national program. There is DEAR Day. It is used a lot in elementary schools and schools to promote literacy. The purpose of DEAR is to increase literacy across all classrooms, not just the English classrooms. Several schools use DEAR as their literacy plans in the school quality plans, or SQPs, in Henrico County. It is still being used in other schools, however, not at Varina. It occurred every Monday from 12:15 to 12:30. Students would come into class, read independently, or as a class. It depended on the teacher. The students were expected to log pages that were read individually, even if the entire class read. And the purpose of this was to collect data, which was part of the school-wide competition. The class with the most pages read during the month won a pizza party. The overall goals and objectives of DEAR. The goals were to increase literacy across all content areas, introduce students to new content, ways to intake literature, supplement regular reading, and encourage independent reading. The objectives, once again, increase literacy across all content areas, provide students with voice and choice for reading, and increase questioning and analytical skills in students, especially in terms of literacy. Getting stakeholders invested. Who participates in DEAR? What is DEAR? When does DEAR occur? Where is DEAR? Or where does DEAR occur? Why is DEAR important? And how will the effectiveness of DEAR be monitored? Who? All students and staff are expected to participate, including office staff. What? A reading program utilized in schools across the country that promotes literacy. When? Every Monday during fifth block before lunch. Where? During everyone's fifth block class, no matter what class it was. Why? To promote and increase literacy across all content area. How? Read individually or as a class any book, comic, graphic novel, magazine during the 15 minutes allotted time, and logging the pages in a shared document. The data and data review. This is all collected by the We Read PLC from September 14th to March 2020. The collection of data. Students were expected to log their data every single class. If a student did not log their pages read, their reading did not count towards the overall data and led to a lot of inaccuracy. Every student was logging, even if you read as a whole class. The Google form identified what they read, how many pages, and who their teachers were. This was to help hold students accountable and teachers accountable. Teachers were expected to ensure all students filled out the forms. In 2014, data was regularly collected and teachers across campus had students logging their pages. They seemed to be steady increases in the number of pages read each week by individual students. After coming back from winter break, there was a steady decline in students filling out the form. Students and teachers were asked if they stopped reading. They admitted they were mostly reading, but they felt logging the hours was just another task, and they didn't feel like doing it. Their reading should count whether they fill out the form or not. Each year, there was further decline in students logging, especially with the class reading out loud instead of individually. Each school year, the Reading PLC tried to implement a new strategy that encourages teacher and staff to support DEAR time and log hours. With each year, less and less teachers were enforcing DEAR, and less hours were logged, therefore there was less data. Students tended to use DEAR as free time in the majority of their classes. DEAR was not brought back in the 2020 or 2021 school year. This can be easily improved, though. We need to get teacher buy-in. Get teachers to agree, help create classroom data or classroom libraries, new data collection that allows teachers to log for students in terms of whole class reading, get feedback, review the feedback, and continue to change as necessary.